Today we're doing Talking Tarot, so go ahead, drop your questions into the chat, comments, whatever it is on your system. We'll be doing live readings for the next hour. And yeah, while those are coming in, I'll get started shuffling our decks. Hope you've had a good week. We've got some fun plans for the weekend coming up. Or maybe just a break. There's one. Cosmovisions. There we go. Oh. Let's get that again. That's better. I won't call that good. Lost Forest. I guess the black is wearing a bit. But that's probably okay for now. Destiny deck. Oh. There we go. Lucine, Twilight Edition. I feel like it's bending ever so slightly. Try to get it back to straight. Hey, Amaris. How's it going? Sure. Do you have a specific time frame? Or just Anything after now? Okay. We'll keep it near future. Let's see. Looks like we'll be using Cosmic today. Let's find out. Oh, don't want to lose all my cards. Okay. Let's see if we got it all. Alright, now what kind of time frame? Maybe better have yeah, and then as far as when, okay, starts in a few weeks, goes for a couple months. This one's something that you're already into in a sense, fairly recent, but um, it'll keep going for a little bit. And then this one. Um, I get the sense that this is a certainty, but it doesn't have a fixed date. So that one is just somewhere in the future. Still getting nailed down. Elementalist, 10 of Embers, 6 of Lotuses, 2 of Lotuses. Okay. I'll have to double check since Cosmo uses fancy stuff. This would be 10 of Wands, 6 of Cups, and 2 of Cups. So this one's great for partnerships. But yeah, that's the one we know the least about as far as timing. So I tend to mix 10 of Wands with 10 of Swords. Cosmo. Elementalist, I'll have to double check. 10 of Swords is pretty destructive, but 10 of Wands, 10 of Embers, I'll have to double check. Because I want to say this one has a much softer version. But let me get the Elementalist. So normally King of Swords. Clear-minded, truthful, empowered. When you pull the Elementalist in a reading, it is representative of a bold and clear-minded individual. She speaks of truth and clarity through empowerment and mastery of the self. It says that if we are truthful and try our best to influence the world for good, we will be given what is needed to be successful. If you can employ the mindset of the Elementalist and truly learn to look within the self, you will find many doors are no longer locked. Yeah, it focuses on the first part. I don't know what sort of discussion or conversation you're having. It sounds like a big one that's ongoing. The important thing there would just be to keep at it. It can be exhausting, the back and forth. But yeah, you seem to be well-founded, so if you can keep it up, you'll be fine. And this didn't seem like anything world-changing. There wasn't a ton of gravitas. So I wouldn't be too worried about messing it up. Sorry, is what I'm getting to. Okay. And then the 10 of Embers, 6 of Lotuses. Accomplishment, responsibility, and burden. Okay. So this reaches a point of mastery and management. You're great at things, but sometimes you need to give space and room for other people to be great at things too. And I'm trying to see. I mean, I usually connect this with work. It could also be a family thing. Hey, Rachel. Doing good. Yeah, I can't quite tell which, and I suppose it could be both. But yeah, certainly a good card to get, uh, unless you're not fond of responsibility. But I think we all have to adjust to that. And then 6 of Lotuses. Familiarity, happy memories, healing. Okay. So, a successor to the 5 of Lotuses, the grief card, basically. Being able to overcome. there's plenty of room and cause for failure. You see that with the uh, lotuses going down. But the focus here is on being able to triumph, the one that conquers. So, speaks favorably of your ability to triumph. I wouldn't say it's related to the elementalist, because this will last for a few weeks, but this doesn't start for, this doesn't start for a few weeks. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot of overlap here. These will be going on around the same time. And yeah, and we already got 2 of lotuses. That's probably talking about love, but yeah. Let me know if you've got questions, Amers. Well, thanks, Rachel. Hey, Rita. Yes, both Rachel, Rita, anybody else really. Go ahead and ask your questions. I just keep track of them in the comments in the chat, and then I do them. Okay. Go ahead and clean this up. The way you're phrasing that, it sounds like you're equals or something. The closest we got was the 10 of embers, and that's through your own good judgment. You decide that someone might need space to develop. That's the closest we get. So be wise about it, but it doesn't say, it's not explicitly give them space, because it could go either way. It's really you being wise. Hey, Pallavi. Oh, lots of people. Shauna. Okay. We'll got a lot coming through. So Rachel, and we'll do Rita. And Rita, if you could clarify I guess I just can't quite tell exactly what about the job. Well, I'm glad it turned out positive. It always helps when it's a good one. Thanks, Amaris. Okay, and Shauna, I see your question too. Pallavi, if you have a specific question, that's great. If you just want a general one, let me know. What does Spirit want me to know, or my guides? Please and thank you. So, which one is it? Yeah, it's leaning into cosmic again. So I guess Rita, and we are doing Rachel's question, I've highlighted it, but just to clarify with Rita, is this how we're going back to the job go? Shift that over. Okay. Hey, Pooja. Yeah. If you've got a question, go ahead and ask that. Um, if you just want a general, that's fine too. Just let me know. Um, I'll just have to double check what that's tempering here. Or maybe I'll be doing that now. Let's make sure we found the one. Okay. Is that what we want? Okay. Two things pretty equal. This is what I call a tempered pair. So we've got the primary one on top, and then the one underneath will modify or tweak it in some way. So Ace of Embers and Two of Embers, along with Five of Lotuses. Interesting. I mean, Ace of Embers speaks to your own power. And it's a somewhat creative one at that. So I guess don't underestimate your own ability. Would be one of the main things there. Let me double check the two. I haven't done that for Cosmo, and that likes to tweak things a bit. Five of Lotuses. We'll double check this too in case there's something specific. This usually signifies grief as an event, but where you were asking for guidance, I'm leaning towards it's coming to terms with something. But let me double check. Two. Planning, decisions, leaving home. Okay. So, like most twos, this one deals with decisions. This one focuses more so on moving forward wisely, but still making a plan and making progress towards a goal, basically. So, given that this is tempering your creative power, you're going to be finding some use, some outlet for your ability, your capacity. You'll have to take aim somewhere, set a goal. But yeah, that'll help you be more fulfilled. Hey, Lavina, I am doing well. And let me double check Five of Lotuses, see if we've got some insight there. Yeah, I mean, the only real advice from that, as far as the okay, well, you're coming right up. So the only other thing on the five, other than how it speaks to grief, um, from this specific deck and its guide, is moving through it. So if you've been putting stuff off, repressing it, as they would say, it's probably time that you face it, work through it. That's the best way to get it past you, rather than shelving it. So, yeah. I think we're good there. Let me know if you have questions, Rachel. Rita. No problem. Hey, Shadow. Okay. Let's see. That was good. We'll be using Cosmo for you. Yeah, Pooja. That's fine. And I've got you in the lineup. I want to say, yeah, we've got Shauna and Pallavi, as well as you. If you're just wanting one card, that's fine. If you have a specific question, I can help you interpret the answer, but I also don't have to know the details. And sorry, but we've got to do a quick bit of cleanup. Okay. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Not there. It might just be the one. Okay, yeah, just the one. Knight of Wands. Okay. It deals with a surge of passion, a surge of energy, which is great for getting stuff done, throwing yourself into it. The caution with this is that you don't get carried away, because the energy, um, that passion, it does die down. So it's great that you can get them done at this point, but make sure that you're not overcommitting yourself and that you're keeping it sustainable, basically. Right now, you have the option of going above and beyond. You might not always have that. So, yeah. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll shuffle that, but I need to go get Shauna's question. So it got buried up here. And Pallavi, again, if you've got a specific question, let me know. This is true for all of you. If you just want a general, um, that's okay. I just want to know what you're after. Okay. So after Shana, we've got Pallavi, Puja, Lavina. Yes, we do have a list. Shadow popped in. If you do want a reading, let me know. And then, hello, Michelle. Let me shuffle this real quick, and then we'll find which deck. Okay. Thanks, Pooja. Same one. I always feel a little bad when I put it away and then it just comes right back out. I never know which deck. Oh, we'll call that good. We shuffled that button. Yeah, Michelle, that's fine. Well, there's other people as well. But yeah, we'll do our best to fit everyone in. Okay. Sorry to spend so much time there. Basically, we didn't get any cards. You don't get a heads up as far as what's coming to you. I was trying to get an explanation of why, um, and it really just felt like a non-answer. It's not, well, I don't know specifics, uh, basically. Sometimes it's that knowing what's coming changes how you're going to react to it. Sometimes it's just you need to experience it firsthand. I just didn't get any sort of understanding from this one as far as why. So, sure. Yeah. No, we'll be keeping with the same deck. And we already shuffled, so we'll be fine. Okay. This one I'm having a hard time placing, but it seems a little unrelated, is basically what it comes down to. This speaks to answering your general, but it does feel like we're missing out on some. And I think that's intentional, and I think it probably relates to why we didn't get an answer with the previous one. So don't do 100% on this, just because there's definitely other things that you're going to have come up that you will need to spend time on as well. Okay, so we've got the Fool, and we've got Four of Pentacles. Fool deals with new beginnings, but it's also becoming comfortable with the idea of not knowing everything. How better to put that? Humility, really. Yeah. So yeah, those are the two main elements. But basically, it's open to learning, setting out on the adventure, trying to become greater, but you never knew the end from the beginning. And that's one thing we accept with the Fool. Despite however many adventures we've been on, there's more to learn and more we don't know. So, as far as Four of Pentacles, and again, yeah, this feels more like an FYI sort of thing. The Four of Pentacles deals with greed, selfishness, withholding. Obviously, there's a time to protect yourself, but this would suggest you're being a bit too tight-fisted. And again, it wasn't in the same category as the general. So I would consider this more a warning, just to be on the lookout. This might even be something you see with other people. And in that case, don't hold on to that too tightly. They'll just drag you down. So, okay. No problem, Sean. All right. I'm going to be looking for specific questions. Like I know, love you for a card, but I don't have specific questions. But after that, let me count it up. Okay. So we've got Pooja. We have her question. We have the Venus General. And at this point, let me put together a list with her for a bit. Like finding you guys faster. Shadow said hi and hello. Michelle dropped in, and now Shamanta. It's been a while. And Carol. Okay. Samantha and Carol. Yes, Carolyn. go ahead and ask your question. I guess you can also wait to ask, but it just helps me track and know who's still on. Okay, who wants a reading? Go ahead and ask your question. We are in the second half of our hour, so I want to try squeezing everybody in. And Puja. Love you. There it is. Yeah, just speaking to Shamanta's about audio quality. I had a mic, but the audio has just been so finicky. We're using laptop audio, laptop speakers, which aren't the best, but you can hear me when I'm not much. Okay, we'll be using Scene for this one. If I'm just going to put this in the chat just in case, because apparently the audio isn't coming through so great, and even on the video, it's looking real choppy. So if I need to type, yes, Carolyn, you're on the list, but to everybody that I'm giving readings to, if I need to type out the answer, let me know. I'm just going to put that there because I don't know if you guys are able to hear clearly or not. So, okay, Puja, love reading. Okay, that's good. Okay. Hey, Arca. Okay. And again, tempered pair. So we've got our primary and then the second one modifying it. Knight of Cups and Six of Wands. Okay. So, I mean, Knight of Cups is your typical honorable knight, fighting for his maiden. As far as Six of Wands, that deals with adventure. There's also an element of victory, but the part coming out here is adventure. So it seems as though, I mean, it'll be passionate. It's also going to be a bit of a ride. I don't know if literally you guys will be going places, or if it's just the relationship and love being the roller coaster that it is. But there definitely is someone. Question you're probably wondering is when. We're looking at near future. Um, yeah, within the next couple of months for sure. Okay, let me type that in. And yes, okay, I see your question. Okay, it's very brief, but you can only do so much with text. So we had Puja. I want to say Lavina is next. Yeah, and that's just a general. Let me find her so I can highlight it. There we go. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what I did differently today, but we've had a lot of people spamming you. We'll get there, Arca. Thank you. Let me go update my list because we do have quite a few people. Yeah. Okay. So as far as who's up, we're going to do Lavina now. Then we've got Michelle, Shamanta, Carolyn, and Arca. A lot of people, not a ton of time, so I'm going to try to focus and get through these as best I can. I know. It's just been so long, and then we got 3 of them in one session. I don't know. Lavina, do you have a preference on deck? Because these seem very equal right now. Okay. I'm going to lean into Destiny for now. But yeah, I mean, the worst part about these trolls is that they're trying to prey on people. It's one thing if they're just talking smack about me, but yeah, don't want them messing with you. Okay. Um, and these feel pretty equal. So, Goddess Ella, as well as Page of Swords. The notes here are contracts, information. Um, attention to detail is somewhat warranted. More importantly, um, it's almost like a flood of information will be headed your way. So, I mean, the hard part is sorting through what's relevant and what's not. The contracts part is optional. That's for you to decide. It comes with the information, though. Let me double check Ella. She's unique to this deck. Um, and we actually have that guide digitally, so we'll go ahead and share that. Life Path 9 is a unique life path in that it represents all the life path numbers. In order to understand the true beauty, you need to understand life paths 1 through 8. This card is a symbol of wisdom and compassion, generosity, global awareness, and strength. When this card comes up in your reading, it will talk about the need to let go and surrender to a higher wisdom. Whatever it is in life you want to pursue, do so with great ambition. And while you are doing that, you must have an authentic regard for humanity and be of service in the most charismatic and creative way. So, a sense of humility with regards to others, but also going at it with your all. And all that nested, I guess, within the knowledge that you don't know the grand scheme of things. And that this story has many twists and turns and generally works out in the end. So yeah. If you've got questions, let me know. You know how to reach out. Yeah. Sorry, I'm realizing I can't linger too long because we've got so many people. Michelle's question. Let me go find it. Here we are. And we'll drop that one back down. Okay. The way you phrase the question is a simple yes/no, but we'll try to get meaning if we can, assuming it's a yes. Okay. And what's a charisma today? Let me check, make sure we got it all. Okay. So I've got a yes/no spread. That's what these top three cards are going to speak to. It feels like all the cards have meaning. This one feels more like it's clarifying, though. So we'll be leaning on these two for answers. And again, over here we've got a tempered pair. So primary on top and the second one modifying, tweaking it in some way. Okay. Interesting. Five of Chalices, Five of Cups. That deals with grief, loss. And really here, it's just coming to terms with it. Let me focus on our High Priestess with her Two of Swords. It seems your intuition is clouded. High Priestess normally deals with inner wisdom, intuition. Ten of Swords, the issue here, and you probably can't tell, but the character is wearing a blindfold. They can't see. And the issue there is you need to take off the blindfold first. As far as what's blinding you, I can't quite say. I'm wondering if it's related to the grief, but that doesn't seem wholly it. So as far as figuring that out, you'll need to talk with people, basically get outside perspectives to help you out. So once that clears up, you'll be good, and it'll be easier to work through things. Um, Ten of Pentacles deals with happiness and abundance, so all for the greater good. And again, that was just a clarifying card. So yeah, I would focus on getting rid of that blindfold. Yeah, no problem. Sanjita, uh, I'm already going over my hour, so I don't think I'll have time to read for you. If you want, you can message me, and I'll just follow up once I have time. You too, Michelle. But I've got to get to work, so. So I'm going to finish out the ones we've already committed to. Okay. All right, we've got Shamanta, Carolyn, and Arca. There we go. Okay. Man, Prisma is just getting a ton of it. One second. Okay. Facebook's being slow, so I'll just have to block that one later. Sorry for the delay. Career and finances. Stop. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. So sorry, guys. I don't know why this week they all decided to come out. Maybe there's a perk to me being late when I do my sessions. That was everything there. Is it just the one? Okay. Okay. I'm going to check the guide. I mean, Seven of Chalices usually deals with confusion. Hard to see what's the best way, what's not. I like to call it fact versus fiction, but for you, this is going to be, we're going to want some insight into getting past that. I don't know how useful that is. I mean, it talks about being overindulgent. The only real advice it has was to face it head on, tackle it, wrangle with it, and do the best you can. Um, yeah, don't plan on it magically resolving itself. So, yeah, best of luck. Hey, Serenity. Um, I'm all booked up. I'm already over time, so I'm not going to be able to read for you today. Um, if you want to message me or something, I can do it later. Uh, I just have to go to work real soon, and we've got too many readings left to do. I don't know that Twitch has messaging, so um, really any social media, um, the name would be Practical Prince, and it'll probably just be later today. Of course, if that doesn't work for your timeline, that's understandable. So, Carolyn and then Arca. Here we are. Okay. Positive changes coming to my life soon, please. Okay. Um, I mean, the way you phrased it is a yes/no, and that's probably how it'll come out. I guess I'm just wondering how much of those changes is active, how much of it is your own actions resulting in that, versus the universe doing something. Yeah, finally using Destiny Book. Feels like it's been a while for this one. Yeah. And then we do have extra. Mm-hmm. We'll just get a gist from the cards. Yes, no. But we won't be able to get a whole lot of details. So let's see. Eight of Cups, the World, Seven of Pentacles. So, short answer, yes. Not so sure about the soon part. Uh, Basically, um, these two would indicate yes. This would indicate no. This combination, it gets you a delayed yes. So it may take more time. You might need to struggle on a little longer. But it's definitely coming. Um, and yeah, that one needs time. I mean, that's trying. That's success. And yeah, that just needs time to mature, dealing with potential. So um, yeah, it's a yes. It just needs more time. And okay. And finally, Argan. Okay. Yep. Prisma. It's been a popular one today. All right. Yeah, it is this card. Okay. Um, this is positive for you. It would indicate that you have the power. You can make it happen. You can really do anything. So um, I don't know if that's helpful. If you were hoping for someone to tell you what to do, this isn't that card. Yeah. So if figuring out what you want to do is what you're after, that you might need something else to figure that one out. Because yeah, it's really in your hands, and it could be anything as far as your career goes. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Sorry I've got to go, but got to work. So There will be another session like this next Friday. We're doing live free readings. For those of you who are impatient, you can just reach out to me on social media, and I'll just do readings as I have time. It's always fun doing it for you. Hope you have a great day and a wonderful weekend. And